First, you hear wood straining above you. You are a working resident in San Francisco on the morning of April 18, 1906, thrown awake in a cheap South of Market rooming house. The bed has shifted. Plaster dust covers your sleeves. Below, glass breaks, and people rush into the street. Your objective is simple. Get out, recover only what you can carry, and reach open ground west of the fire before the city closes behind you. You do not know broken water mains will turn scattered fires into the larger danger. You know only the stairs may not hold, and the street is filling. Your world is inhabited, not abandoned. Residents, workers, hotel guests, police, soldiers, and families stand under a cold gray morning with blankets, trunks, carts, and confused instructions. On your body you have boots, work clothes, a cap, and a small pocket knife. Inside your room are things that may matter later: a dark coat, cloth satchel, papers, money, and a canteen that is not full. You have no automobile, no authority, and cannot know which streets will burn. You know the grid well enough to move west. Market Street gives direction. Smaller streets may offer speed. What you cannot know is that firefighting depends on failing water pressure. Your advantage is mobility. Your limit is that every saved object becomes weight.
Your first decision comes before the building settles. You can go back inside for the satchel, papers, money, and water. That seems rational. Documents and wages matter if the city recovers, and more if it does not. But every second inside means cracked plaster, leaning walls, loose chimneys, and aftershocks above your head. Or you can leave immediately with only what is on your body. That is faster, but it leaves you without proof, cash, or water if official control tightens. You go back once. You pull on the coat and take the satchel, papers, money, and canteen. The strap bites your left shoulder as you descend. The choice gives options, but costs time and begins the burden that follows you. Outside, the street no longer behaves like a street. Brick piles block corners, horses pull against harnesses, carts sit sideways. People carry bedding, boxes, children, and framed pictures. Some move west, some argue, some return because visible damage feels safer than invisible loss. Then smoke changes the morning. At first, it is one column beyond the roof lines, then another. The smell of burning wood, plaster dust, and gas moves through the streets. Men test hydrants and find weak water. Local fire begins to act like something larger. You have more information, but less certainty. The familiar route may slow you. The faster route may hide danger. Your satchel feels heavier because the city is asking you to choose before you understand it. At a crossing, Market Street pulls at you because it is broad, known, and crowded. A crowd can carry news, but it can also stop suddenly, press you into bottlenecks, and make your satchel harder to protect. The side route is less crowded. It passes warehouses, rear fences, and narrow lanes where one fallen wall can end the path. You choose the side route because speed matters more than certainty. The cost appears quickly. You lose the long line of sight. Smoke thickens between buildings. A woman dragging a trunk blocks a passage, and people behind her cannot move. You help lift it over broken boards because no one can pass until it moves. You gain distance west, but also smoke, less water, more fatigue, and a slower shoulder. By midday, the fire is no longer one place. It is a moving edge. Streets open in the morning now send back heat. Soldiers, police, and volunteers push people away from certain blocks. Damaged buildings are being destroyed to make fire breaks. The sound feels like the city being cut apart before the flames arrive.
This is the point of no return. Going east no longer means recovering the room. It means entering smoke, unstable walls, blocked streets, and authority that may not let you pass. Your old objective dies here. You are not saving a room, a job, or a familiar block. You are trying to get your body beyond the fire line. The satchel has changed category. It is no longer security, it is drag. Your final decision is physical. You can keep the satchel intact and carry more of your life into the refugee grounds, but weight now changes your pace. The smoke is harsher, your throat is dry. People move in waves, and one delay can trap you behind someone else's burden. Or you can abandon most of it, keep only money and papers inside your coat, and move lighter. That means accepting that the disaster has already taken your room. You strip the satchel beside a curb where other abandoned things are gathering. The full satchel does not come with you. Your hand stays on the papers in your coat. When you reach open ground west of the worst fire, San Francisco burns behind you. By night, survival means a place on the ground among thousands, not a return home. Could you survive San Francisco when the fire closed in? As this role, survival is plausible, not guaranteed. The objective is achieved in reduced form. You get out alive and reach open refuge, but lose the room, most possessions, and normal shelter. The decisive moment was accepting that the neighborhood had stopped being recoverable. The best decision was moving west before every route looked certain. The costly delay was going back inside, even though it gave you papers, money, and water. You controlled timing, route, weight, and trust in familiar streets. History controlled infrastructure, fire, damaged buildings, crowds, and authority. Chance controlled your block, wind, falling masonry, and whether a route closed before you reached it. A wealthier resident might save more. A sick, elderly, disabled, or poorer resident might have fewer options. The verdict is survival with loss. In 1906 San Francisco, making it out meant entering the aftermath already displaced.